There we go. We look kind of cute.
Yeah, we do.
That's
Don't we?
all.
All right. So, healthy hair doesn't happen by accident. It comes from understanding your hair, understanding the right treatments, and working with professionals who truly care about the health of your hair. Welcome to Natural Hairology, where we'll have real conversations about locks, natural hair, um, the care that goes into maintaining healthy hair. I'm your host, Ms. V. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a licensed instructor, and owner of Natural Hairology. And today I'm sitting with Stephanie from Divine Details, a stylist with over more than 20 years of experience who focused on healthy hair care, silk presses, restorative treatments, and helping clients maintain strong, beautiful natural hair. Stephanie is known for really paying attention to the condition of the hair first, whether that means deep conditioning, smoothing treatments, or creating styles that support the long-term health of the hair. So give a warm welcome to Stephanie from Divine Details.
Hi, everyone. And again, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Today, we want to definitely, I would like to say that I'm thankful that she offered this opportunity for me.
Hey.
Here in this industry, like she said, I've been here for 20 plus years. I have done plenty of shows. I've done plenty of educational pieces for everyone. And like she said, what led me into this industry is even as a child, I wanted to do hair. I would get my mom comb, brush, and sit her and be like, come on. By the time she got finished being greased up, it was time for her to get her hair done. So I knew at a very young age that I love hair. But as I grew older, I started to study hair. I wanted to know the property of it, the makeup, the scientifics of it. So that's what kind of led me into this industry. As I began to grow more, I became more involved in the education, the scientific, and the things that we use to keep our hair healthy.
Okay, awesome. I always enjoy hearing how people get started and um, how we as stylists find our lane in this industry.
Okay.
And that's interesting. And when did you start doing hair?
Well, unlicensed, nine. I did actually have a small quick story. I actually put myself through high school and paid for all of my, high school, you got to pay for your jostens, your books, and all. By doing hair, I had a salon built in the basement.
Okay.
My dad would make me stop. Thanks, Dad. He would make me stop doing hair at a certain time,
Okay.
but starting at nine, but licensed at 1990. I might be telling my age.
Okay.
1997. So yeah, I've been in it for a long time.
Okay, cool.
So Victoria, um, you spent many years working on locks and education and educating stylists through Natural Hairology Academy. When someone comes to you and they want to start their lock journey, what are some of the biggest mistakes they do or happen in the beginning?
So, unfortunately, when people come to me to get their locks done, it's um, it's not always in the best. Their hair is not always in the best condition, and so the thing that I'm noticing is that I have to bring them back to the reality of the state of their hair first, um, whether it's a density, whether it's medical issues, whether it's realistic. So density, if they have thinner hair, what size locks they would get, that would give them. Most of the time, people want their locks to look full. That's not every time, but most of the time. And then the next thing is medical, like issues, like they might have dryness of the scalp or um, their hair is just breaking consistently. And some of those things require you to go to like a dermatologist or you need to see your doctor because it could be a multitude of vitamin deficiencies that they're experiencing that I wouldn't be able to give them the proper diagnosis. And then what was the other thing that I said? I said their density, medical,
Mm.
and then the reality. A lot of times people come to me comparing themselves to someone else's situation. They see somebody else's hair. They're not privy to the fact of the density that they're looking at when they're looking at somebody else's hair. And so I have to I have to bring them back around. I have to get them to understand, like Stephanie was saying, about the science and understanding your hair and what your hair can do. And that's the main thing. It don't even get into the locks and the length and the style. We don't even get into that.
Can't get there yet.
Right. It's like we gotta understand what you're going through first, and then we can build from there. Yeah.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Stephanie, since we're having this conversation. So for clients who wear loose and natural hair, what are some of the most common mistakes you see people making when it comes to maintaining healthy natural hair?
So it's a few things. The main thing is the myth, and like you said, we want to start with what your situation is.
Right.
Everyone wants to be what the television shows. They're telling you, oh, your hair could be this curly,
Right.
and it's 4C, AC, all that. I personally don't go by that because I think that it's just a category to put us in to be able to get hair products that is not really tailored to us because technically, scientific, we want to go into that.
Right.
Your hair in the top could be 4A, as they call it. Well, what's in the back? That part that always want to cook beignets in the back. I mean, what we doing, friend? So those type of things, we want to get the myths out, right? So the first thing is what kind of texture you have. Let's embrace it.
Right.
Some textures need a twist set before. Some could wet their hair and go. And let's talk about wet. A lot of natural loose clients, they want to wet their hair every day. That is one of the biggest problems I have. Wetting isn't a problem, but we're using water. Right. Why are we using water? Right. Do you get out when you're asking and put water on you?
Right. You need lotion or you need something.
You need a moisture. Exactly. So I try to educate everyone. Do not wet your hair daily with water. Don't do it. So that is one of the biggest problems. And then maintaining. They think now that I'm natural or I got all these curls, I don't have to keep them trimmed. Right. I don't have to come get hydration. Right. I get to use these products. And 9 times out of 10, these products, they're the worst. You're not reading the back. Take a picture, put it in chat. Look what you're putting in your hair. If you don't have a professional, like when you come to me in Victoria, we sit down, we make sure that all of our products are natural, they're healthy for your hair. We do the work for you. But if you're at home and you don't have someone to do the work, it's best for you to come to a professional like us to get you on the right path. Natural is good. Natural is good, but every natural, smooth, or regular hair, you're going to have maintenance. Like you said, we have a loctician here. She's going to teach you that even if your hair is locked, a lot of people feel like they don't have to shampoo it. They don't have to get it retwisted. It's maintenance in everything. Just like your body needs maintenance, your hair needs maintenance. Yeah. That's tea for today. Now, V, tell me something. You're not only working behind the chair, you're also working and training other stylists. What do you think new stylists need to understand before deciding to specialize in locks? What do they need to specialize?
I need y'all to understand that we're not just doing hair, and locks are not something you just mistreat. It's still hair, and this is a business. This is not a hustle. So when you get into this, get into it with a plan to build it as a business, and always have an exit strategy because you will not be doing this forever. And that is I think that's the main thing that I would tell.
That is very important because I noticed, and me and V have spoke about this in the hair schools when they're teaching you, they don't give you the retirement strategy. They're not educating you on how to keep your LLC, how to do your taxes, how to make sure you're filing stuff away. So I piggyback on all the great information she gave you, and it is a priority that you have one very important exit strategy. A lot of the times they think, oh, we're going to do this forever. Babe, I'm old.
Right.
I'm an old school stylist. No.
Yeah.
And
you're going to get tired.
You're going to get tired. And like anything else, your body needs maintenance. And at some point, it's going to let you know it's time to shut it down. Right. So I really thank you for that. That was a very, very good information.
Thank you. Well, let me ask you. So a lot of people, I'm back on this heat thing.
Okay.
But now we're going to go into these treatments.
Woo, let's talk about them.
A lot of people hear words like keratin treatments or smoothing treatments and assume they're only meant to strengthen it. Can you explain what those treatments actually do for the health and manageability of natural hair?
Oh, you want to pick my brain today. So A lot of, okay, so back in the day, a little bit before the amino came, it was a thing called keratin. Now, it's the same scientific makeup, but the amino is a lot healthier, okay? So, what they're doing is they're taking it's the fused amino acids, and we're using that to strengthen and coat the cuticle of the hair. So, this is not a permanent smoothing system, but it is a temporary. It lasts 6 to 12 weeks, and it's for like I have one in my hair now. So when I go work out, normally my hair will I would look like James Brown, be swole all in the back, swole. But now this gives me a little volume to where I still can maintain, to where I don't have to put as much heat. Also, remember if the hair is coated with amino. So again, once I go in, I don't need as much heat, and it's going to smooth a lot easier because the cuticle was not expanded open, so the moisture did not get in. It's sealed and locked in on the outside.
Okay.
I do recommend these for active women. Like you said, let's get in, get your lifestyle. These are things that, like for me, I needed a break. I love braids. I wear braids so bad that this is the reason why I have a bob. And those are things that we make mistakes feeling like we need to wear constantly. We need maintenance. Maintenance and healthy hair care is the best. So, like this will help you maintain your style while you're working out, being active in the summertime with the humidity. So, if you are looking to keep your hair straight, that is the key. And again, if you come in and you book with us, we'll have a one-on-one. I'll let you know how long it'll take in reference to how long it'll stay. It is 10 to 12, but I'm going to admit, I have a client that has had her amino for 4 months.
Okay.
And it still looks good.
Yeah.
So, and
it's
again,
probably got a texture that don't even really require a lot of heat either.
See?
So it's just easy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Stephanie. So one thing that always comes up in the natural hair community is heat. Mm-hmm. Some people believe that heat is automatically damaging.
Okay.
Since you work a lot with silk presses, do you think heat itself is a problem, or is it more about how people are using heat on their hair?
Great question. Thank you for allowing me to respond to that. I do have an issue where I have a lot of clients coming in or DIY, and it's like, oh, heat damages my hair. Of course, heat can damage your hair, right? We use the oven at home. Anyone goes inside the oven and just put their hands in the oven? No. What you do, you put a mitt on. So therefore, yes, if heat is used the incorrect way, it will damage your hair. But at the same token, if we have the proper things, such as a heat protectant. A lot of my products that I use, even though it's a serum, it has a heat protectant. Even though it's a leave-in, it has a heat protectant. Even though it is a restorative spray, it has a heat protectant. Not saying you have to do all those things at once, but when you're coming for initial divine details press, we want to make sure that we have the scalp and the hair protected. A lot of times, once you leave the stylist and you have to do a touch up, for example, even in my hair, you're not going to go in, and if you're a lot of people don't even notice the thermostat, the temperatures.
Right.
They don't look at the flat irons and say, hey, let me turn it down. You think you need all this heat when you don't. It's easier to do a lot of slow passes on a low volume than one high volume. One high volume is going to burn it out. And again, if you got to think, and just like that, and if you got to think about it, if it's too hot, if you could feel it there, it's too hot. You don't need all that. And then another thing is lifestyle, maintain it. Are you wrapping it at night? Are you helping us to maintain it? Are you using the correct serums on it? Or are you putting oil? That's another myth. Oil does not hydrate your hair. So just the knowledge piece of it, having natural hair and using the heat. I have a client that never has not worn her natural hair, but her hair is long, beautiful. Every time we go to the bowl, her curl pattern comes back. You know why? Because we work together in making sure that she maintains the integrity of her hair by keeping the heat at the correct minimum and using the right product.
I agree 1,000%. Yes, 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 yes.
And products is very important. So, Victoria, question for you. Yes. Many people love the lock look. Okay. But they don't understand how to maintenance. Okay. How do you help clients understand healthy locks require consistency and proper care?
It's I have to. I don't want to say my clients are like children, but I feel like we have to be consistent, like the way we are with children.
My clients know they get whoopings all the time. They walk in the door getting a whooping.
And so, as stylists, it's our responsibility to just keep impressing upon them not only what we're doing, but what we need them to do when they're away. And like Stephanie was saying prior, like working together. It's a
Mm-hmm.
working together thing. And but one thing I will say about locks is that it doesn't require you to come back as consistent as somebody who is getting a keratin treatment or somebody who wants something where they're getting it straight and they want it to stay looking straight. Um, One thing I do impress upon my clients is that it is important to allow your locks to breathe. You don't need to get them retwisted every 2 weeks. Um, it's okay to let your hair rest for a month and a half, 2 months. If you got like micro locks, the smaller locks, but if you got like medium size, bigger locks, let them breathe. Let your hair breathe. Let it grow. Definitely keep it shampooed in between time and in the meantime. Just like Stephanie expressed before, that oil doesn't moisturize the hair, so it is so important to make sure to shampoo the hair, shampoo and condition the hair consistently.
So, Victoria, again, I thank you for educating us today. It's been
Yes.
really good hearing
Yes.
this. So, I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When someone sits in your chair and says they want to start locks, what are the main things you evaluate before recommending a size or the technique?
Um, it that definitely goes back to density, but it also goes back to, but it also includes lifestyle. So, um, I, like I said before, my clients most of the time they want it to have a fullness to it, but the fullness requires them to be smaller, and the smaller locks require more work. You can't just let them grow out like you would let medium size or bigger locks grow out, because the smaller locks tend to mature together quicker in the base if you're doing like micro locks or sister locks. So that's one of the biggest things. Of course, like I said, the medium and the bigger locks are easier to maintain. So if you're the type of person who's a DIY, then that would be best. Now, that's not saying that you can't do micro locks or your sister locks. There are some people who can, but on average, the average person wants something that's easy, so it will be medium or large. And then the next thing would be lifestyle. And if you're the DIY person, so I would suggest medium or the bigger locks if you want to be able to maintain it yourself. Yeah, because having your hands in this position and doing your hair like that for
For a long
hours and hours,
time.
yeah, you will find that you may get frustrated with that, and or you don't have the time because again, that goes back to lifestyle. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you.
So a lot of people, I'm back on this heat thing, but
Okay.
but now we're gonna go into these treatments.
Ooh, let's talk about
A
them.
lot of people hear words like keratin treatments or smoothing
Uh-huh.
treatments and assume they're only meant to strengthen the hair. Can you explain what those treatments actually do for the health and manageability of natural hair?
Oh, so you want to pick my brain today. So, a lot of, okay, so back in the day, a little bit before the amino came, it was this thing called keratin. Now, it's the same scientific makeup, but the amino is a lot healthier, okay? So, what they're doing is they're taking it's the fused amino acids, and we're using that to strengthen and coat the cuticle of the hair. So, this is not a permanent smoothing system, but it is temporary. It lasts 6 to 12 weeks, and it's for like I have one in my hair now. So when I go work out, normally my hair I would look like James Brown,
So,
be swole all in the back, swole. But now this gives me a little volume to where I still can maintain, to where I don't have to put as much heat. Also, remember if the hair is coated with the amino. So again, once I go in, I don't need as much heat, and it's gonna smooth a lot easier because the cuticle was not expanded open, so the moisture did not get in. It's sealed and locked in on the outside.
okay.
I do recommend these for active women. Like you said, let's get in, get your lifestyle. These are things that, like for me, I needed a braid. I love braids. I wear braids so bad that this is the reason why I have a bottom. And those are things that we make mistakes feeling like we need to wear constantly. We need maintenance.
Yeah.
Maintenance and healthy hair care is the best.
Yes.
So, like this will help you maintain your style while you're working out, being active, and it's summertime with the humidity. So, you are looking to keep your hair straight That is the key. And again, if you come in and you book with us, we'll have a one-on-one. I'll let you know how long it'll take in reference to how long it'll stay. It is 10 to 12, but I'm going to admit, I have a client that has had her nail for 4 months,
Okay.
and it still looks good.
Yeah.
So,
And she probably
again,
got a texture that don't even really require a lot of heat either.
see?
So it's just easy.
Yeah, Victoria. Many people love the look of locks, but they don't understand the maintenance
Okay.
that comes with them. How do you help clients understand healthy locks require consistency and proper care?
Okay. Good question. Good question. Most of my clients, when they do come in, they know that they have to take care of their hair. They really come in with some good questions, but yes, we have to do the dance of maintaining, me maintaining it for them, and they have to maintain it when they're away. Like Stephanie was explaining earlier with her clients, it's a partnership. It's not just fully dependent on me. I suggest frequent shampooing and conditioning. I personally myself shampoo my hair once a week. Um, it's not mandatory for my clients to do that, but I do suggest every 2 to 3 weeks
I have a
that
quick
they,
question. Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt. But when you're saying shampooing now, is this after a certain period when they start, or is this
yeah.
kind of like new?
They can wait after I either interlock or retwist their hair.
Okay.
They will wait like 2 to 3 weeks
Okay.
after their service, and so of course, yeah, we have to cover our hair. You still have to take your vitamins. You still need to exercise. You got to drink water. Like
Clock it.
just
Ladies.
because you got locked on me, it just morphed into something totally different. It's still hair. You still have to take care of yourself. And yeah, that's the main thing about maintenance is with lock maintenance. You still have to take care of it, but maybe not as much as somebody who would get their hair pressed or a keratin treatment or a curl set or something. Yeah, you wouldn't have to maintain it that much. On average, my clients break between services. If they're the smaller locks, it's like every 4 to 6 weeks, and if it's like the medium to big locks, it's every 2 months. Yeah, yeah, every 2 to 3 months. Yeah. So
Okay.
the time frame is spread out a little bit more.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're on our last question. So back to you, Stephanie. When you look at the natural hair industry today, what changes are you seeing in how people are caring for their natural hair? Do you feel like clients are becoming more educated about hair health?
That's a good question. Can I be honest?
Yes, please, please, please. Please.
People are not caring for their hair. It's the last thing. Um, Let me break it down. It's more of, I wanted to say it's more of generation, like the, the, the age, but women, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing that they will read, but the actual maintenance of taking care of the hair, a lot of people think, okay, I could do twists, I could pop a lot of oil in it. The educational piece is getting far, far, far away from the truth. Yes, the truth and the reality about things. Like, for example, like we have piggybacked through this whole conversation, it's the maintenance key. It's making sure that you have. I understand things are tight, things are going on. You might can't see a stylist, but like you said, if you stay on a regimen, you make sure that you take products home, or you making sure that the products that you use will help grow your hair. But now, our younger generation, they're doing the wigs. By the time they get my age, you're not gonna have wigs. A lot of older women, they like to wear braids. They don't like to do anything. They think, oh, I'm not touching it. Okay, tension alopecia is another one, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But no, to answer your question, I think that the educational piece is being blurred. It's not used by scientific facts, nor are we taking time to look at these products. We go into these hair stores and everything is like appealing. It's kind of like a bad Whopper for you that people really don't eat. For those who still eat it, I'm sorry, but it's just certain things that we have to get to and grow, and we're not. We're not taking that time. And again, life is lifing. People are putting those things on the back burner, and I wish that that becomes a forefront, because when you take care of you manage your body. Your hair is a part of it, your skin is a part of it. These are things that, with all of these health issues that's going on, we should take more time to make sure that we focus on our individual self. We can't be a wife, we can't be a sister, we can't be a mom, and dog mom. Millions of those roles we play, we can't do it until we start working with the inside. And I believe that that is not nothing that they're sharing with us. They feel like everything is magically, everything happens instantly. Let's instantly get you pretty hair. No, it's a process. Like anything, instantly you want a weight loss, yes, but it's a process to keep it up. Instantly you want muscles, yes, it's a process to go in the gym and get it done. Yes, I want beautiful hair, it's a process. Yes, I want beautiful locks, it is a process, and it has to be maintained between you and a professional.
Yes, yes. And to add to what she just said, I see that in the industry is getting is overly trendy, and we have got to get back to put in requirements back in place. Like you got to do the backstory on the stylist. Doesn't you know? I'm not pushing a license on anybody because I haven't been licensed for a long time. I didn't get my license until 2009. But are they doing any type of education? Do they have the proof? Um, you have a lot of people out here who are just hopping on trends, and they're good at that trend, but can they do overall hair care?
Exactly.
And so we have to make sure that we're taking responsibility to make sure that you are questioning these stylists, and making sure that they're really in it for the care of your hair, not for the trend. So, is it nice talking to you, Steph?
You too, honey. You amazing.
Yes, this is fun. This is
Yeah,
fun.
Victoria is one of my friends slash stylists, and me and her collaborate a lot. We're
Yes.
both Aquarius.
Yes.
We're both very funny.
And we
But in
both
a
got
good
gaps
way.
in our teeth.
We both have gaps,
I
but
just-
I do like the fact that the main thing that we do is we like to educate.
Yeah.
And look forward for more. I'm definitely looking forward to be a part of your podcast more
Yeah.
often. And let us know. I know for Victoria now, how can we get in contact with you?
So well, of course, in the link in my bio, but it's naturalhairology.com is my website. And if you want to book a consultation, just go to my website, and the consultations are at the top. And if you just want me to sit down, do an analysis on your hair, even if you want to proceed, we can. But if you just need someone to look at your hair, they help you make those next steps. I do provide that service because some people just don't know where to start, and I can help you with that. And be looking to more videos coming out about different topics. I'm seeing that we're getting further and further away from the education aspect of hair, and we need to get back into that. And so we'll be creating more videos about hair care. And we're not gonna leave out the styles. We definitely gonna hit you with the styles, okay?
I got you.
Yes, but thank you for tuning in to Natural Hairology, and thank you Divine Styles,
Divine Details.
Divine Details for attending and allowing us in your space, and yeah, check us out.
Thank you. You have a great day.